Okay, in today's episode, I'll be using the Oreck Orbiter once again. Love this machine. I'm doing a home that is 4,200 square foot. She has 12 children that attend her home daycare. So I've been doing this for about 8 years. It's required that they get them cleaned and sanitized. And the method that they used to require, I used to do nothing but steam cleaning here. And we sent some information to her licensing division or whoever it is that verifies that she's getting the carpets cleaned. And they were able to approve the VLM low moisture cleaning. And what actually, I think, helped get it approved, she said, was that I was going to also use the ClO2, the stabilized chlorine dioxide. And I guess they checked that out and saw that it was a medical grade product, safe for children, and that it would pretty much eliminate and disinfect and kill everything in the carpet. So that was great. And so I don't have to worry about steam cleaning these anymore. And I'll hopefully be able to continue to do my other home daycares now that I know that they'll approve the VLM process. So you can see I'm going forwards, backwards, and then side to side, really getting it good. These carpets have a moisture barrier. They're probably 4 or 5 years old now. But when she put them in, they bought this new house, and they put in the moisture barrier and I think there's an additional type of a barrier on the padding, plus the upgraded padding. So the carpet should last for a long, long time. And she doesn't use any resolves or spotters or anything like that. The only thing that she uses if something spills or the kids spill something or the cat pees is just your grocery store hydrogen peroxide in the brown bottle. That's what I told her to do. You can pretty much soak the spot, especially if it's pee. And hydrogen peroxide is on the chemical side, it's H2O2, and water's H2O. And what happens is when the light hits the hydrogen peroxide, the gases burst off. That's what creates the bubbling effect and the cleaning. And it basically then becomes H2O, which is just water. So there's zero residue. It goes from H2O2 back to H2O. And I just tell her pour it on there and then blot it up with a towel. And the maintenance has been awesome here. They've spilt all kinds of stuff, I guess, being kids, juice boxes, food, macaroni. And the hydrogen peroxide just does a fantastic job. And I do use hydrogen peroxide from time to time. The sodium percarbonate, the ncapstore.com sells 5-pound bags for I think $14. I just mix up a few ounces in a spray bottle with hot water, let it dissolve. Sometimes I mix it before I go to a job if I know there's pet urine involved. And that's I mix it deep enough to where it's probably equivalent to about a 6 to 9%. So it's a lot stronger than what you'd get in those brown bottles, but the brown bottles are definitely a start, good for home care. And my Oreck Orbiter, I have that noise that is from the pad driver. It's a a pad driver made by Challenger. It's a 10-inch pad driver made for the Oreck. It's made of wood. But up here in the Pacific Northwest, it's rainy and humid. I think the wood has expanded a little bit, so I'm getting some kind of a strange noise. I don't know if it needs to be tight, if I need to put some electrical tape around the cup that it adheres to so that it won't be loose. Or there's a good chance, looking at it and letting it spin upside down, there's a good chance that the wood might have warped I don't see much wobble or play, but anyway, I'm definitely going to try and resolve that issue. I was kind of excited. I thought, I have my 175 with me, but being that I'm doing upstairs, I'll take you up there and show you the areas that I'm doing up there when I'm done and show you the finished product. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It's quite a big job. The bigger machine would have quickly, moved over these carpets, and I would have got the broader majority of it done quicker than with the Oreck. But I felt like since I was going to be upstairs using this and coming downstairs, I'd just complete the whole house. And this client always, whatever I want to do, they're okay with, they trust me. So they took off for the day and left me here for a few hours so I could go ahead and do my thing. And I did use the Green Dragon. And this is the first time I got my case of the unscented Green Dragon. So this was the first time using an unscented one. Somebody recommended putting maybe a squirt of my lemon simple green for the smell. I'll probably try that until I can order some more Green Dragon that it has the lemon scent. But this one, I just want to see if there was any smell or what it would do. Works just as good as the regular Green Dragon. Just no scent, obviously. But it's doing a great job. I used the Works, the sprayer, and sprayed everything. I was able to actually complete the whole house with about 4 gallons of water, maybe 4.5. And I used a few pads, front and back. I'll show you the pads in a moment here. And they were fresh out of the washing machine, so they were snow white when I started. So here's one. And there's another one. There's 3. And I'll pull this one off the machine, show you that one as well. You'll see the Challenger pad driver that I'm talking about here. It's got Velcro on it. Snaps right on there. Look at those dirty pads. All right. So let's go upstairs. We'll have a look at the work that I completed up there. I pulled these recliners forward so I could get underneath them because there was popcorn and some socks and some stuff under there. Here's the little double office side, I guess. That leads into the master, but we're not doing the master bedroom today. And I used my magic triangle brush. You can get 2 of these brushes for $20 on Amazon. They work great. I like them better than the rake. It allows me to put the triangles down, but it also allows me to better see the work that I've done in case there's any spots or stains I missed. I can always come back and go back over it. But here's the whole upstairs hallway there, the big hallway in the middle, the theater office area. And now we'll get these all groomed out. Stairs looking good. And I did have the Oreck up there today, so instead of using my mitt, I just went ahead and used the Oreck Orbiter. This is the main living room. And I went ahead and groomed that all out. And here you can see what I like to do when I'm grooming, especially if I'm in hallways. I like to have like the side here where I'm against the wall I would actually go backwards and have the side that's against the wall darker, because usually that's the clean side. So you want to have that pulled back and groomed so it's darker, and then the middle areas pushed the direction where it's lighter forward like that. So, and then that way, otherwise if you put a real light color going forward on the edge and the middles have the wear patterns on them, then it'll just accentuate the wear and make it look even dirtier. I'll show you when I do the hallway over here. This is downstairs. You could see the hallway, and for the most part, I'm pulling backwards on the sides. And then watch, I'll show you what happens up here. I start to groom it, and I notice there's always one direction that you can move it and you can clearly see that the carpet's clean. It's just there's an undertone. And in this particular case, it happened to be to the left at an angle. And of course, I decided, wow, that looked fantastic. I would just groom these wear patterns forward a little bit, just for aesthetics. That way when my client comes home, she's going to see that real bright look. You can see here the wear starts to, you lose that sheen when the carpet fibers separate. You won't be able to, without the tight pile, you won't be able to see that shine or that reflection off of the surface of the carpet. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the work the Oreck did. I mean, gosh, over maybe 2 years ago, I would have thought, no way. I would have laughed at a guy that had one of those Oreck orbiters. And because I was just steam cleaning, I never knew much about the VLM game. And I certainly wouldn't have thought that the small, inexpensive Oreck orbiter would do such good work. Although I will say hats off to the chemistry. The endcapstore.com has the Dragon products. Green Dragon is what I used here. Fire Dragon is a little higher pH if you need it. So there we are. I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys joining me for another episode, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. If you haven't already subscribed, consider doing so.